about the same amount of effort at least? I don't know if it was the same amount of time, but it was the same amount of effort. Alright, so you...
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Alright, so we'll store you.
Safety is a top priority for all of us.
Good news is though, the station is actually probably one of the more optimized, bigger cities, so at least we're not having to like fight through lag like a new Babbage to actually like get to and from different areas here. I don't know why I start with the Mick area instead of this one. I was just thinking mainly to get out of like this major city here. I guess since we have to like come back and forth anyways, the body being in somewhere else doesn't necessarily matter. So I guess doing it differently, I probably would have kept my spawn point here and then just done like the crew L1 and L2 relays. Though it's nice to have your body where it's not spawning to a major city, so I don't know. Okay, so that's the center.
The next shuttle is
Providence, I think the center is the one we want.
Mr. Shuttle, not a problem. Another shuttle. The
The
next
center is where the trading area is, I'm pretty sure.
for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
The screen's disconnected. How are they expecting to buy ships if you don't even have the screen working? Alright, so on to the next area.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Time flies by when you're playing this game. I didn't realize it's this late already. Alright, well that was one successful trip over and done with. We'll get back over to the ship, get like another 13 that we're able to do. And then, let's see, so you said 300,000 roughly? So we'll be at 3.6, 3.9, 6.2, 6.5, so that'll be 4 trips. If it is 300,000. So time-wise, as long as you're able to find like relatively decent amount of large panels, I don't think that would really be too long. I bet by the time it reaches like 4 o'clock tonight, so like 3 hours, we should be able to have all that done. That's on like the slow end of things. Hopefully it goes by much quicker than that. The news is, by the time I do this a few times, though, I should actually, like, remember where everything is, and it'll be a little bit quicker. Alright, so hold on. So it wasn't the green circle. I'm pretty sure we had to, like, cross this way, because there was, like, the little cool space whale deal. And the Stratus is where we sell everything to, in the Trade Commission area. Let's see what we end up with. I'm pretty sure we got like 22 boxes, I think, in the back of the ship right now. So it should be like 2 times the amount that we get this than the next one. It's you, we want our vulture. Oh, okay, so we got a decent amount actually, hold on. So we got 14 and 9, so we got 23. $32,000. Then now now we got like 7 more claims, but we should have more than 7. Unless it was able to like print a couple out the first time we sold. Alright, so let's get back over to the tram. It didn't actually take too long to find the trade center. I'm surprised. Afraid that was going to take a couple minutes. Alright, so that's the Providence. Spaceport should be directly across from us. Hey, there we go, Spaceport. And we gotta wait a minute. Because it just left. Man, like a second faster we would have been on it. Alright, so we're at 3.6 right now, actually. So maybe we're about to get like 350 to 400,000 per run. So I'm pretty sure I was at like 5.3 when I started. Because that's what I was assuming I would get whenever I had like the next set of 13 boxes, so that's actually pretty good.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Alright, so we'll pull it back out, we'll sell the next set, then we'll see like what we actually ended up with. I'm pretty sure we started at 5.3. I love Orison, I just wish my GPU did as well. How you doing today, Broccoli? Which settings do you run on your game? I will say turning off the clouds, I know it doesn't look as visually appealing, but turning off the clouds helps so much in big cities like this. The clouds really are everything. How you doing tonight? My goal is to slowly earn enough money to be able to afford a Corsair. And then I'll be able to start doing some combat missions again. Which actually seems to be going pretty good so far. We had a little bit of a troll and stuff that we had to deal with like at the very start of the night. But I think now we're actually going to be able to start making a decent amount of money relatively quickly. I'm chilling, I'm away from PC this weekend, so I'm watching others enjoy SE. Oh, gotcha! Well, thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Do you normally stream Star Citizens? Alright, shuttle, take us home.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart. Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Though it would be kind of funny if they actually, the engineering update had it so where you had to repair like the shuttles too if someone was like causing trouble inside the city where they were able to like shoot it. So I think they're supposed to be doing it with some arms zones too.
Providing connections to all major platforms, Crusader Industries is happy to offer.
I haven't attempted to stream it forever, but SC would be fun, I bet. Oh, gotcha! I saw TTV in the name, so I just assumed that you streamed this also. Well, that's not good. Seems kind of counterproductive, but you actually want your quality settings to be very high, and it'll actually run a lot smoother on your GPU. Okay, the name's Broccoli was taken, so he's a streamer and a really funny one at that, so I did get to get the name. Oh, nice! Alright, so let's pull the Vulture out, get the rest of the cargo, and maybe be able to do this in 3 trips instead of 4.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval. Your vehicle has...
Finger 6. I've been playing since the last free flight days, so maybe like 2.5 weeks, maybe a week and a half. I don't think it's been that long though, to be honest. So I'd say in the grand scheme of things, I'm still relatively new. Though I do get to play around with some pretty cool toys since I have a lot of friends who are able to show off a decent amount. Is it really because we're stationed here? Alright, well apparently we have to actually exit the station because it says that I'm in a combat area. I was hoping that it would actually work and just be able to do it inside this hangar here. Alright, so let's put our head back on the correct way.
You are clear to launch.
What kind of GPU do you have? Hangar soon and that'll solve your problem? Hopefully. I'm not really planning on going anywhere, so I'll just like get out of here real quick and come back. Do see I'm super low on quantum field, but I don't need it for what I'm doing. You should have expected it, T. Not sure if you watched anyone play Wave 1 PT. The personal hangers are buggy, of course, but they look fun. I haven't actually, but I am super excited to actually get to test that stuff out eventually. I'm assuming I have to exit orbit. Hold on. If I just like level out here? Is this considered like far enough away from the city? Nope. You have a 2070 Super GPU. Oh, cool. I'm running a 1080 Ti. A little bit older architecture, but it's still working out pretty good for the game. Do it all the time, but I sell others at A18 also? Oh. I didn't realize that you were actually able to do this like all the time. I figured it was just more of like a bug or something. I'm sure about the new eye, but I'm thinking maybe the icon on the top left might be the armistice zone now. Oh, maybe. I'm guessing the one means that you're in like calm tower range. That's the eyeball one, and the whole cross though, that probably is the no combat zone. Only problem with this place, you gotta go so high to actually get outside the atmosphere. I guess the real question, should I unload or should I just get like another 13 and just call it good like that? So, I mean, if I have to come down anyways, I don't really have that much quantum fuel either though. I'll test and see if you're right. Doing it the reclaimer used to take around 20 minutes? Oh wow. Yeah, I should be exiting the atmosphere here in a second, and then we'll see if you're right about the whole, like, little cross thing. You might be. Alright, so 93. I believe it was 95 last time. Hold on. Can I actually quantum jump? There we go. I'll just wait till the arms zone disappears. And then we'll know. Do you own the reclaimer, or were you buying it in-game? 95.2? Alright, still counting. Third bucket, come on, just a little bit further. $96. Oh, is this thing going to make me go all the way to like 100,000? 97. But I might actually have to just like leap out of here. Cause that's online. But you're still in combat. Or out of curiosity. You're only 1.2 GM away? So I got 25, and I'm going to need 14. I mean, I'd make it there, but I wouldn't be able to make it back. I guess I could go up to the space station here, and maybe that'll be far enough away. Comm relay, sorry. Alright, so you're 0.18. I didn't realize the arms system was like so far protected in the city. Alright, you know what? Hold on. Turn this off. Is this considered like safe now? You were right! Alright, so that symbol is the arms zone. Have you messed with changing the power to the ship thrusters? I have /had a reclaimer from the website, but I melt the ship all the time and swap out whatever flavor I'm feeling at the moment. I haven't actually messed with the changing the power to the ship thrusters. I'm gonna know it recharges a little bit quicker. This would be good for this one. I usually do like weapons though, I don't typically have to worry about the engines. Oh, okay, so I got 14 boxes. Alright, well, I mean, I guess if I had bought the fuel, that would have worked better. Next time, if it doesn't actually let us stack inside, I'm just going to buy the fuel. Because then I'll be able to, like, go over to the asteroid belt, and, I mean, technically we'll kind of have a decent hole. Alright, come on out, box. Alright, fine, whatever. Snapping into that. Recharge the booster quicker you go, a little faster? Oh, okay. Normally don't bother with it, but I'm usually in much faster ships than this one. Be a good idea though for the Vulture. So I'm wondering if one of these blocks is duplicated or how I ended up with 14. I guess because it said it was blocked, so it must have attempted to make it, and somehow it like managed to save it before it like got sold. Any keybinds to remember for the keyboard? I think it's like F5 or F6. But yeah, I totally agree. The flight stick would make this game much more smooth. Let's see, so we'll just snap you like, alright, fine. You sit there. so now we're officially loaded back up. Back in the seat. We're at over 14, so I mean, that's not horrible. To be fair though, I didn't realize that it was going to be so far. I thought we were going to be like 20 seconds up inside the sky, then boom, magically outside of the combat zone. I didn't realize it was going to extend that high up inside the atmosphere. That was crazy. It's good to know that if you're within like planetary bounds of a major city though, you're going to be protected for quite a while. I wonder if that's just like an altitude thing or if it's like a left and right distance thing. I think it's just a big dome over the city. Ah, got you. Alright, so I found the hang of the first time around. Let's see if we can find it the second time around. Let's see here. Wait, what? You were going to let me a second ago, now you're saying it. Wait. Don't move? Oh, this is working, but we're going to call it good? It's time you go back down. There we go. Oh, see, the bug where it's not actually going anywhere. Never mind. Personal hangars don't have arms design, they have cargo elevators. Oh, that'll be so nice. Come on, engines. So sort of making it like a Grand Theft Auto garage then. That'd be cool. Is this thing in the middle? Oh, I'm so turned around. Yeah, because there's none of the stuff around us. I'm pretty sure it was that guy. What's this thing over to the right of us? It's definitely nothing below us though. So we have like the whole train tracks there. Yeah, should be this thing in front of us. You have to unload the ship and put the boxes on the elevator? Oh, really? Hey, I was right. Sweet. Yeah, one of my friends said it's like the spider too. See if ATC wants to contact us and we should be good.
Please proceed to sign landing leg.
Alright, so it says design landing bay. Hopefully it's like this one in front of us again. There's auto unload and load ship, but if you want to do it manually hangars to get more money. See, I don't mind like manually unloading my ship if it's like in, well, I wouldn't mind it in like a safe area where it's like my own personal instance. But I feel like the main problem is going to be if you're like in a C2 where you have like 600,000 SCUs worth of cargo. That's going to be a little bit of a pain to unload. Or like a Caterpillar, for example. I feel like that I would just rather pay to have them unload it than deal with it myself.
Landing gear down.
They have stats for how many people crashed into hangars. Grubman's racing, we're fine.
You are clear to launch.
It's definitely just further pushing, have a crew. Yeah, definitely. Even then, though, I don't know. I think it's going to kind of kill the Caterpillar. Or at least, or not the Caterpillar, sorry, the Vulture. Unless they make it so you can like combine like 1 SCU boxes into like larger, like 16 SCU boxes. Having like 500 boxes to unload is just going to be such a big pain in the butt. I guess it's doable though. Usually 32 SCU boxes for bigger ships at least. Yeah. But I was thinking like for panel salvaging, unless you're using the reclaimer, it's just going to be a nightmare.
Retrieval system.
I say that, I mean technically we load up those ships in outer space the whole time, so technically it's fine. So it just sort of depends how it would be handled, I guess. If they had like a whole like cart system where you're able to fill up like a ton of carts with it and sort of have like a, you know how the airports have like the vehicles to move like baggages and stuff around? If they had that for like cargo boxes, I think it would work out. It'd still be kind of annoying though unloading 600, but at least it would be kind of viable. I feel like a lot of people though are just going to take the less profit and be like, yeah, screw it, we'll let automatic do it. Especially if it's only like 10% or less. The elevator inside your hangar so you can just land in and move them from the ship to the elevator at least. Yeah, that's true. Is that supposed to be happening in this next update? Alright, we're not moving. I didn't realize that was going to be this update. Okay. So definitely get all the money in while you can. Gotcha. I knew it was coming soon. I didn't realize it was coming that soon though.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Let's see. Cloud set. Yep. Go. 5 seconds. We have plenty of time. These nice, lovely people, they're still just hanging around here. .24 sounds like it's actually going to be a decent sized update. It's in wave 1 PT right now, so there's like 2 more waves before it's live, I think. Yeah, one of my buddies is in it. I think somebody said that there's like 3 waves though. If you pay like $1,000, you're in wave 3. So based on that, you're probably looking at more of like an October release date, I'm guessing, for like the official 3.24 to everybody. If they're actually like properly testing it. I don't know if they're just like introducing it to people and just waves that way people can like get used to it, or if it's actually more of like a bug testing for the general audience. So I'm guessing people who spend that kind of more monetary investments inside the game probably care about it more, so they won't like completely hate on it compared to most people who be more like a casual gamer. What I'm assuming is the thought process behind why putting on waves. Although I feel like if I was paying the most, I would probably want it to be the most polished compared to everybody else. So it'd probably be the exact opposite if I was doing it.
Please prepare to disembark.
I tend to force it out the end of the quarter. Oh, gotcha. Well, hopefully this isn't going to wipe any ships. I heard that they're not planning on doing it at least to like 4.0, so hopefully everything's going to be like relatively the same. Ivocati is the first one. You have to be a proven tester to get into that. Wave 1 is like the next group. How do you get into the Ivocati? I could break a game. He needs me to find some bugs. I got him. I've broken so many things so far already. Alright, so you... No demand, are you serious? Alright, so apparently I have to wait here for 15 minutes for it to actually catch up. So we get 130 plus 72. So we get 200,000 per 13, roughly. Hey, dude, you're not even on a seat. You know that? We had this issue like late at night one time. Submit a lot of stuff to the issue council as far as I know. Oh. I might have to actually start doing that. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Although, to be fair, I feel like I just have the worst luck when it comes to bugs in this game, and I seem to be like a magnet for stuff. But if it breaks for me, surely it'll break for somebody else too. Hey, mister, I hear you really want to buy some recycled goods. You want to just, like, up the quantity to, just a little bit more? 13? It sounds perfect, doesn't it? Well, I just heard Ivocati is like being an unpaid quality control person. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I mean, to be fair though, if it gets you into the testing branches where people are having to spend a decent amount of money, it sort of like goes hand in hand together. Honestly, once you play long enough, you forget about the bugs every time. Don't worry. If you hang around me long enough, you won't forget about the bugs. I tend to find the bugs where most people say there's never any issues with. Like, for example, the freelancer, I accidentally lay down in the bed and I had to have people kill me to get out of the bed. And then one of the medic ships, I can't remember what it's called. It was like a scanner ship too. But me and my friend both like sat down in the seats just to use the ship normally. Neither one of us could exit the ship at all. Not that it's a bad game, but I'm good at finding bugs. I really enjoy the game actually, even with the bugs in it. But you sort of have to go into the expectations of an alpha knowing what it is. Obviously, I know this isn't the final product, so I don't hate on the game for having bugs. It's supposed to in this stage anyways. You got on a fresh empty server, you see how much the server breaks stuff. Yeah. I did read somewhere where apparently they use like the old Amazon game servers, which are designed more for like a Call of Duty or a Valorant sort of vibe, where it's like a 10 minutes on and off sort of switch for the server, and they're not intended to be run for continuous use like they are. So the reason why that this game has issues is the servers they're on, they're designed to degrade over time, which is why it slowly starts losing performance, and whenever you get on a newer server that just restarted, it runs fine. So it's mostly just bad luck picking the server host that they did. I don't know if they had like a discount on it when they first got it, or if they're planning on like swapping to a different thing whenever they like introduce the meshing. Term did not work. Was my server broken? Here we go. You please tell me you have like some sort of... You do not have a single bit of demand. Can I sell it to you with no demand? Oh, you can. I mean, even if it's less money, that's... I get up and start like doing stuff again at least. So what did I end up with? 5.84. It's not too bad. A lot of people just won't play during free fly because the servers get really bad. Which is how you know you're built for it, because you played free fly and still keep playing it. Honestly, I didn't really have that many issues with free fly. I will say though, I wish I knew more going into free fly than I did. Because they like give you access to a lot of really useful ships. But a lot of new people aren't going to know how useful a ship is. Of course, I just missed it. Like the Caterpillar Vulture, for example. I didn't realize that like the whole salvaging thing was a thing till afterwards. And then you have to grind out for 2.6 million. Where, you know, ahead of time, you had the tools to make a ton of money for free in the free fly days. But I didn't do enough research on my part to do that. Yeah, during the bigger in-game events, you can rent everything, which is nice. Oh, cool.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Might as well grab an extra cruise. I don't know why people always throw these on the ground. You can fill them up for free.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Alright, so let's go get more money. I didn't realize you could sell when the demand is 0. Unless the server's bugged and it's not actually 0. Guess that could be a thing too. It'd be kind of cool to live in like this little apartment though. Be able to see like, oh, not that cool. Don't you dare crash and kill us. Being able to like look out the window. Yeah, for like salvaging around with the Vulture to make money for like the panels and stuff as a new player. Or even like the Caterpillar, for example, being able to like haul a bunch of loot. All that stuff you can really utilize to make a ton of money. Obviously, the Caterpillar strategy, you would need money to start out with, but the Vulture, you can at least print out enough money with the panels to be able to afford to do anything. So, I mean, really, like, 1 or 2 trips with the Vulture, just doing it like this, just, it's like, what, 10,000 for my multi-tool, 5,000 for attachment, maybe even less, so that's like 15,000 invested. You get the Vulture for free. You need at least a spacesuit to have, like, a helmet and stuff on. So let's say like 30,000 total during the free fly days, but you'll get a free Vulture. If you do this a couple times, you'll get at least like 500,000.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle.
So you better at least open. Which then you can actually get enough money to build like a Caterpillar, for example, with like barrel, and then sell that.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Let's see, spaceport.
Providing
Bounty hunting has a point where you make stupid money. Yeah, we've been trying to get to that point. We did some ERTs the other night. We got a little bit of Weevil eggs, but it seems like they changed the amount that you get from it. Not from the eggs themselves, but like the actual amount that it drops. It just wasn't really giving us that much last time. I don't know if it was just bad luck or if they changed like the drop rate of them. So we did it for a couple hours, so it wasn't like we didn't do it for like a decent amount of time. Alright, so we'll pull our ship back out, we'll refuel, and then we'll be good for more panels. All I remember there was a time where we'd make like 10+ million in one trip. No. I mean, well, I guess technically it wasn't like a full trip, because we only did like a couple hours, and the guy who had the ERTs left. 6. We were finding a bunch of like quantanium and stuff though, but we just weren't getting that much weevil eggs. Or at least even Jim, the guy who had it, said that it wasn't dropping near as much as they used to. So they definitely must have patched it or something. Fallen Sever, don't you dare die on me. No, I don't even care. That door will close on its own. Alright, so we need to at least get fuel, and then we need to find a way to get out of this atmosphere. You know, the worst part is they fixed that, and then they increased all the ship pricing too. Alright, so via landing, sorry. Let's do you and you. At least it's not that much to actually fill up your vehicles. Honestly, 37 and 700, that's not too bad at all. Yeah, I'm going to go with the assumption that I probably will never be able to afford like the big ships like the Hammerhead. Unless the wipes are like relatively far spaced apart.
You're clear to launch.
Although doing like the bond missions technically can get you a decent amount of money relatively quickly, so that's probably the way to do it free-to-play wise. Somewhat free-to-play. Less invested, I guess is a better way of saying it. So just pick a point in space that you can actually identify and fly towards it to get out of the atmosphere. The fun part is actually the repairs. I haven't actually had to repair a ship. I always end up blowing it up or swapping out to a different one before that comes to that. Oh, you meant like at the terminals though, whenever you have to like call it back? I was thinking more along the lines of like one of the landing pads where you have to like replace the weapons, because I know that gets pretty expensive too. Alright, so let's do through L1A. Yeah, you're not too far away. Try to angle us in the correct direction here. By the way, about to say I'm dead weapons. Nice. Okay, now we can get back to work. Like if you're flying and fly back to repair and rearm, that gets expensive. Gotcha. Yeah, I think one of my buddies said it was like 300,000 or something for him to repair one time. One of the bigger vehicles, obviously. Still think this thing needs like Science 5 cannons though. Turn it into like a super turtle. Just run around like one-hit people. I think that'd be hilarious. Although technically this thing is designed to like disintegrate metal. So I'm wondering like PvP wise, could you get close enough to a ship and like evaporate them? Because theoretically this thing should be able to harvest it. I guess you gotta be in a short distance though, so that's probably the issue with it. And just the shield has to be down? Oh, that kind of stinks. So I guess it works in like quantum travel then, but that's about it. Alright, so what are we at? 5.8. Let's see, so we'll just keep that on like comms, I guess. Yeah, probably. Alright, let's see if we get lucky. It's funny because you're playing on things I haven't played much because the new eye and everything came from this last patch. Oh, really? Well, I can tell you the Corsair, or not the Corsair, the look at the name now. The real big expensive ship, that one's still broke. The Croc. There we go. Yeah, my friends who have it still say it's kind of a wasted ship, so I'm guessing it's not going to be much better with this next update either. $17.20. Yeah, the Croc doesn't really have the gameplay loop for it. Which is kind of weird, because it's such a big ship and it looks like really cool. I'm guessing the gameplay loop's going to be more for whatever they add in like other galaxy systems that you can like travel against. Because it seems like it has more of like a Star Trek vibe to it. I'm guessing that's what they're going to be going for. But the thing is, with 100-person servers, I don't know how many ships they're going to be able to have to where they require so many people. Like I think it's Polaris. One of them's requiring like 65 people to be like fully crewed. And in a 100-person server, that's like over half the population, so I don't think that's a very viable thing unless they increase the server capacity. Should be kind of crazy, so I mean, maybe that's the thing eventually. Right on. Stupid 94%, I forgot about that. 750. D8. These are both 1720, really? Alright. Especially with other servers. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. I mean, the idea behind it is solid. So I'm all for it. I don't know how it's going to work. Obviously, I mean, the scale of this game, I feel like most developers would claim that they would need like a ton of load screens to do anything like this. So clearly they've sort of pushed the envelope more than what most people would have. $70. Out of everything you're telling me, there's not like a single one around here? There's like so much stuff. Surely one of these has to be panels. Although, I mean, I guess it's possible it's not. Yeah, who knows? People don't give the game enough credit for the single load screen, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that has part of the lag too, to be honest. I feel like... No, I don't know. For being... Because I'm on like a lower end computer now, like compared to like some RTX cards. But I feel like loading into like a bunker, for example, I wouldn't mind like a loading screen there. That way the game ran better if it was able to like unoptimize and like re-optimize for like each different instance. Because it seems like a lot of like the on the ground combat the game doesn't handle well is like in space combat. That could just be because I'm on an older graphics card or like a slower CPU, I guess, to today's standards. in a single panel. Alright, there we go. Oh, 10,000? Aha! Exactly what we were looking for. With the server and the NPC stuff, it's always been that way. If you ever get on a fresh NPC server, the AI will definitely light you up. I've been in a couple, actually. One time I was on long enough for the server to actually like completely restart on me. It was really cool. It was really bad because, you know, you had to like sit through like all the lag and stuff before it actually like fully restarted. But it was cool being on a server that had like completely reset. Though sometimes there's like some really good servers like super late at night that have like hardly anybody on them. Let's slow down some. Alright, game, there should be panels around here somewhere. You just bug out and not give me any? Huh. $50, $10.70 here. Might have accidentally like gone through to like 2 clouds or something. See what appears changed. Alright, so hold on. If I spin this around, can I maybe get a pawn back up? It's so weird though. I was expecting to actually see like some stuff near me. Even a fully loaded cargo ship? Instead of being back in 3.14 and 3.18, I think they added the persistent entity streaming. Before that, the server would just die and you'd lose whatever you're doing. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, so I guess I'm lucky. I was told I joined in at a pretty good time for the game. Alright, 7400, that might have something. I'm supposed to be looking for intervals at 2000. Here. Alright, there we go. 8,000. Keep it on 50%. Not touching any buttons. Not touching any more buttons. Yeah, I think it's good time because this year new player experience stuff like the hotkeys on the bottom right and the new map system. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I noticed a lot of like older players that are like returning. Some of my friends and stuff, they'll be like, oh, the system is so much worse compared to like the old one. But I think the system's fine, but that's probably because I wasn't used to like the old system, so I don't know what to compare it to. Alright, so we had a couple at least. Come on, give me something big. 6, 8, 7, 8, 8, 9. Alright, so 90. So this one like right below us. Did someone already salvage these? That is so annoying. So hold on, what was that? You? No, this one? Yeah, I wish they'd stop putting the drop shadow on everything. I will say there's some ships that I wish that the UI on like the dashboard could be like toned down some. Because there's some like really bright ships for no reason, like the Mustang for example. That thing will blind you. I like the Crusader though, or the C1 at least. That one they actually did a really good job with like the scale and everything of everything.
Engines online.
Alright, so we're still locked on. Hopefully these panels aren't actually like grabbed by somebody else. Problem with some ships is they're very old and this game has changed so much the ship just needs a revamp. That's what I was kind of saying, and a lot of people weren't like necessarily on my side about it because they thought that they would be more interested in like getting money from players. But I feel like they'd be better for like the server wise just to fix the coding. If they got rid of certain ships like the Andromeda for example and did like a free swap to a 2.0 version of it instead of like paying for it. Because there's going to be some people who just aren't going to buy the exact same ship again. Obviously the Mark II is going to have like slight improvements, but still relatively the same ship. Real, just not give me any panels in this here. Wait, no, hold on. It's going to be more traveling, but let's see. At least do it in the Hurston area. I could have done it in technically the other crew section. Maybe that one would have had better results. Let's see. Someone's clearly already here though. So we get to another area where no one's actually doing the panels. I think that'll be better for us. Like the requirement is really old. It was in for years. We're still salvaging was in the game. Oh, really? I noticed that ship, depending on like certain servers that are like really optimized or not, that the game just tanks whenever you're inside that ship. As long as you're in a good server though, the ship actually handles relatively decent. It's just super slow. Yeah, it's about in between. I had a little bit of issues opening the doors and stuff, but it's not like horrible. How about your server? Is it having issues? When everything's still running relatively smoothly, there was just like a couple instances where things weren't actually like turning on when I told them to. But other than that, everything's running fine. Oh, yours is running real bad? Well, that stinks. They also had people leave the company that were part of the OG ship design team, so they had a gap where they weren't fixing much on them. Ah. That's why, I don't know. If it's going to like fix the server performance, in my mind it'd be better just to like do a 1-for-1 swap take a little bit of a hit on money. I know that they're making a decent amount of money from like the backing of this game, and just like do a full, here's a 2.0 rework of this ship. We fixed the coding. This one's getting deleted. Here's your new one. You're fully reimbursed. They basically just take a hardline stance and say, it's alpha, but I agree. They won't, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, at a certain point, though, that's going to be the only way to, like, fix the coding that I can think of. Because some ships are just never going to be fixed, but the problem is that's not going to stop people from playing on those ships, which is then going to result in server performance having issues because there's going to be unoptimized vehicles that are on the old architecture still running around. So I don't know how they would handle it. Does your game normally run pretty good on this game, average? They do have ships that are considered gold standard and they pass through them slowly. I noticed some ships are actually like fully optimized and stuff. Maybe they are going to like fix the coding on the old ones. It's just that it's going to be like a slow rework for everything. But I feel like if they're, you know, selling like Mark II variants of ships, some of them they're just going to like rework completely instead of like fixing. So that's where it would sort of go like hand in hand. I don't know how they would handle it. What high range you can add me as a friend and join in this world? It seems relatively decent. I'm not sure how many people are here though. I'm just out in the middle of nowhere panel harvesting. That's what I mean though. They got the Mark II of the Hornets, but that's not going to prevent people from using the first variant of the Hornets, because it's still in the game. So I don't know how it would really help them having a ship that has old... Sure that there's people still using the first one. I guess what they could do is just phase it out and like no longer sell it. But then even then, there's still going to be some backers that still have the ship, and if they accidentally pull it out and it like crashes the server, that would be really bad. Then again, I don't know. Sometimes your Corsair bugs out? Oh gotcha, that stinks. That's what I'm trying to farm for. I'm getting kind of close to the Corsair. I need what? 800,000 more? So 2 trips. As long as I can find like a decent amount of panels relatively quickly, it won't take too long. So if I had a C2, that would be so much easier, because you can get like 400,000 per trip in that too. This with barrel. Alright, so we'll mine super close this time, that we were able to get a little bit quicker. Go to yellow asteroid field. I'll have to do that next time. If I run out of stuff here, then I'll definitely go back. I've already traveled this far though, so I'll leave mine here, and then if I can't find any panels, then I'll head back to yellow. 600 depending on how you load it? Oh, interesting. How many are you able to squeeze inside of your Vulture? I was able to get like 23, I think, and 13 in the... Something in the back, but I couldn't get any more than that. Hopper. Must be, well, yeah, there must be a better way to do it then. Alright, so let's get out of this mode. I think I went to the other one. I didn't go to the yellow one, I went to I think the other side. That one might have something? Yeah, intervals of 3-0, that's right. Yellow is good? Oh, interesting. Are you able to actually fit it inside of like your cargo area where like you would sit? These. Oh, is that like a mineable thing or something? See my, yeah, I can't do anything with you. Okay, so that was the asteroids. To scan. 1450. 14,000, perfect. Doing good. Rift, how about you? More likely to run into other players there. Downside to yellow is that it's by Grimhex. Okay. I didn't realize you could get the boxes up there. I was trying to figure out how to do that earlier. It's good to know that you're able to, though. 600,000. Interesting. Hey bro, looking for people to play this game with? Not gonna lie. Well, you're welcome to join us anytime. Usually in a much bigger crew though, so we're usually in like A2s or C2s and flying around redeeming stuff. Tonight though, everybody's asleep, so we're just going to be doing a bunch of salvaging to get to a Corsair at least. Are you pretty new to the game or are you pretty experienced, Ripped? We're on cruise control and just coast on to where we need to. "26 boxes, then load the machine." Okay, so I wasn't too far off then. Accidentally pulled back on the little thing. Sort of new, sort of experienced. Used to play years ago, but I got back into it with a new PC. Oh, sweet. Well, welcome back to the community. Bro, there's no way the boxes are gone. Hey, thanks so much for rating me. How you doing today, Don't Kill? To 5,700. $850. $6,000. That's good. How was your stream? The Corsair is good. You got one too? Nice. Did you fully upgrade it? Or is yours stock right now? Not too bad. Did 3 hours, but got a little late. Gotcha. How's the game? Everything run good for you tonight? Oh, you're stock at the moment? Probably going to try to save up at least to get like a quantum drive to start out with, and probably like some upgraded power for like the shields. There we go. Five, six, a little bit further. Aha! Please don't tell me your mind already. Ooh, 2 large ones. Just let it burr. Corsair with a ballistic gun is so much fun. All but the end it crashed on, so I was assigned to call it. Oh, I do the same thing. I fully understand what you. Sorry it crashed for you though. Alright, so hold on. So did you? So this is where we can actually have the beans wetter. There we go. Yours is hot and ready. What's your favorite ship in the game? Hi? You never use the reclaimer, it will spoil you. I've actually used the reclaimer, but none of my friends who own it like to use it because it's so big and it's annoying to fly. Although it seems like if you get like a decent amount of people inside of your party, if you have 3 vultures running all at the same time, you actually get like a relatively decent amount of RMC compared to what the reclaimer can do. So you can actually keep up with it relatively quickly if you have enough vultures running. Yes, my star citizen's name is Jurassic Acid. Oh, it's without the gaming though. Just regular Jurassic Acid. There's 2 contracts. Is finding them better? So typically finding them, you're actually able to yield a decent amount of money. So I would say that they're finding them is much better. Because the contracts doesn't really pay that much anyways. And plus they usually send you out to like salvage a ship, where the panels themselves actually fill up your hoppers much quicker than the other routes. Even if you have like a buddy that ends up like crashing their like huge hammerhead or something, we tried to salvage a reclaimer one night, and the reclaimer mining another reclaimer. It was just taking hours and hours to like hardly fill anything up. And as soon as we swapped over to the panels, it was going so much quicker. So as long as your salvage mission is having you do like panels like these instead of like normal ships around the world, then it'll be faster. If not, then panels is the way to go. It just takes some time like finding them inside the different asteroid belts. Because I'm so close, that's why. So let's put gimbal back on. Especially if you find like these large panels where you don't really have to go around too much, it fills a decent amount of your ship up just in one panel. From my experience though, this is much faster. Have you got the default heads on this? I have no idea how to unlock the heads to move. I believe it was Crew L5 that I was able to buy the heads from. But no, these aren't the default. These are called the Brave Scraper. The default is the Cinch. The Cinch works more efficiently technically, but the thing is, it's slower. So you don't get like near the amount of progress being done technically to it. So most people go with the Brave. My ship's like haunted. There we go. That, spin it around. Alright, seems like that. I thought I had to be at a certain mining site. I didn't realize you could do it at any of them. Swap to the thing that I tell you to. Thank you.
Is at 75%.
I do recommend upgrading your quantum drive too in this guy. It'll make traveling around to like different areas so much better. If you haven't used it yet, Urkel is a really good tool to be able to figure out like what to put on side of your ships. You can also like pick your parts and it tells you exactly which station you're supposed to be going to. And it also shows you the exact value of everything too, so if you're trying to like budget out your upgrades and stuff, that's a really handy tool. Oh, Converse full. Hey, thanks so much for following. Urkel's really useful, and so is, I think it's USEX or something. The one that tells you like where you can actually like sell stuff at. Yeah, Urkel's definitely like the main one. Well, I'm off to bed. Have a good night. Oh, good night, Don't Kill. Thanks for hopping in tonight. Let's see. Did you add me as a friend yet, by the way? I'm going to guess it's not you because I was there yesterday and I don't know who that is. Yeah, Urkel is really handy though. Although it's a shame that you can't buy the prices like at a discount if you use Urkel. That'd be really cool. Then I like some like the really old pricing for the ships. Some like really cool ships you could actually get for like an affordable price. But compared to like today's standards, they're like super expensive. But the more features the ship gets, the more expensive it gets as well. The Taurus, for example, like the Andromeda clone, but it has like much more storage. The weird thing is it doesn't actually have a capability of turning its engine off that we found. But other than that, it seems to run relatively decent. Oh, you salvaging? Gotcha. No worries. You said you were able to get 26. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if his was just bugged. He actually, my friend who got it, salvaged his Vulture for it. But the thing is, his ship's just like haunted. It's really weird. It works perfectly fine, except for the fact that he couldn't turn the engine off. Good news is, though, I mean, it means you're always going to have a shield on. That way you don't accidentally turn the engine off. He has to physically just shut the thrusters off. So I, mean, I guess it sort of dummy-proofs it. Once you turn. Let's see, so... Stack you for there, and we're good to go. Hey, thanks so much for following. What are you up to tonight, Eco Chain? What's the ship? Lion is Chris Roberts' baby, so it'll always get love. The Taurus, you mean? I was told those are the ones with the old modeling and stuff on them. only 2 large panels though, that was pretty lucky. Alright, so my goal was by like 4 a.m. It's 3 a.m. now. So we'll see if we actually are managing to get enough money in time. It's gonna be a race against the clock. I definitely fallen in love with my Corsair. I do like the look of the A1 Spirit though. I don't plan on doing much bombing with it though. Yeah, I don't know what the whole plan was with the bombing. Like, unless they're planning on doing like a Helldivers take on the game eventually, or Resident Evil, I don't know, whatever game you want to like compare it to. Unless they like think of doing something like that, I don't see where a bombing run would ever come in handy. It's not like player ships are ever going to like sit there long enough for you to do a bombing run. Unless you could actually like clear up like the cities, like Lorville for example, and like destroy all the buildings for like, I don't know, a server event or something to like fix the performance areas, that would be cool. I don't think it would ever be a thing, but it would be cool. I really hope their next Galaxy though is less about trying to copy like modern day standards, well, it's all modern day like sci-fi standards, and they go back to like a primitive like alien sort of vibe or something. So if they just had like a bunch of like small caveman villages all around instead of like major cities, I feel like the performance of the game would run so much better. So maybe the other galaxies like in Pyro or something, you could have like alien ships that use like different technology and they don't need as big cities or something, I don't know. Big cities are super cool. It's just that the big cities are sort of wasted because everyone's like going to the major cities, then boom, done. No one actually like explores around the big areas because they're always lagging. Junktown is an event where you 3D print drugs and there's always ships perked and bombable. Oh, so that's what that's for. You know, I've heard people talk about Junktown, but I didn't realize it was what it actually was. For those new here, by the way, I do usually have a face cam on. However, since my face cam blocks like the SCU number, I figured it's a little bit better to have it off for the time being. That way you guys can actually see like the numbers and stuff. I'm just gonna have to find like a different place to put it for this game. Maybe even make like a custom border for it. That'd be kind of cool too. Who's gonna die? I'm gonna die or you gonna die? Oh. Yeah, some water might be, you know, essential. Thank you about that, Lucifer, and high range for letting me know my water was about to die. So you're bad. Let's do you. But my helmet actually came off. I got you. Thank you though. Yeah, my microphone was blocking that. I didn't even notice that I was about to die. Good call. Thank you guys for pointing it out. Alright, so let's just stow you away. No way. You're getting in the seat from this far away instead of picking up the bottle? Am I stuck? There it goes. Well, the server was good earlier. Now it might be, you know, might be a little slower now. And everything was working perfect until I got out of the seat. A lot of ships also seem weird because they made Squadron 42. They basically make the stuff for Squadron 42 and port it over. Oh, that makes sense. I'm guessing that's why the Karak is the way it is. Why is my drink a different button? Or Karak, however you say it. Is my game just like bugging out? What? There we go. Like the Gladius is the main ship in Squadron 42, that's why it always looking good in PU? Oh! Well, that's cool and kind of annoying all at the same time. I was wondering why they pick on the Gladius for like the alien fights. Alright, so the server was having a little issues, now it seems to be clearing up. By the way, if anyone's unaware, technically if you have 2 bottles of Lux in your inventory, you can basically like fill it up for free. Alright, so I got my helmet back on. All you have to do is literally stack them on top of each other and you drop it down and one will be 100%. I guess technically you can make the argument that it is technically duping, but at the same time, you're also making the argument that you're helping the server performance by not chucking another bottle all over the place. So I would like to argue that that actually is helping the server more than hurting it. In my opinion, at least. So, I think it was me and Vinny that were talking about it. It'd be kind of hilarious if, instead of having to do like a whole ordeal to like get rid of your prison sentence, to like click on this role called like community service or like a forced court order for community service, and have it so you have to like run around the different stations and like pick up the old janitor outfits on the ground and like take them to the clothing shops and like get them disintegrated or something. So, I mean, you can sell them back to the stores, it's just there's billions of like random things just thrown on the ground because no one actually knows about it. And of course, the more stuff the server has to load, then the worse it's going to load. Alright, we should be getting a decent amount of hull this time around, so we got 2 panels done so far. 10.4. I think last time I was able to get like 22 boxes, someone said they were able to get like 26 in their ship. So I must be able to squeeze it out somewhere that I wasn't able to last time. probably buy the ship and then like upgrade it off stream though, because it's it's going to be a bunch of using Urkel and then just like flying all over the place. I think when I upgraded my C1, I had to go to like 6 different places for everything, since you won't find the parts at every single place that you're looking for. Some places will have like the power unit you need, then other places will have the shield module. Some places you'll be able to get like 2 or 3 in one go, which is really nice, but most you'll have to like spread around the universe. It's frustrating as a day-to-day player for sure. The thing with SIG is they just want to come back to things later. I think they have a plan for the garbage that's to impact the server. They're just not worried about that yet. I feel like that should be like their main priority. I don't know, I feel like the community service role just makes sense. Like a court order sentence to make you do that sort of gameplay loop. Which, I mean, I guess they kind of have that loop already in the game anyways through like the prison system that they have. Which is a whole ordeal. I couldn't believe how much steps there was to escape prison. Here I was just expecting my buddies to like blow the wall down with the ship and call it good. Alright, so that panel's done. Was that the second panel I did, or was that the first one? So you're there.
Is at 75%.
I know for a fact there was... Oh, wait. Aha! Yeah, I've already done that one. Darn it. Alright, so I think that's everything inside this area then. Light underneath you, so let's see. You're not nothing. I don't know. I also don't quite understand the need for like hospital gowns. I feel like everyone should just start with an undersuit and a helmet. I get that it's more immersive being in a hospital gown for like role-playing purposes, but at the same time, 90% of the player base is just going to toss it on the ground, which is just going to hurt the performance. I don't know. Unless there's like a reward system for like dumping your stuff inside the trash, I don't see people actually doing it. Just like in real life, if someone has the option of just leaving a trash there on the ground, it's just going to be on the ground. People at parks do it all the time. So I don't know how they're going to encourage people to use like a trash system if they actually add it in the game. But like what the benefit would be. Now what they could do, which would be a very interesting slope for like programming wise, if they added like another role in, sort of like you were talking about for like a janitor, but they had it set up so the amount of community service you do for like picking up trash and terminals and stuff like that applies a discount to ships in game for you. It's like, let's say you clean up a ton of stations and everything,